them directly to the land. Today, we join the Hadzabe in one of their oldest traditions, grilling over fire made without modern tools. There are no stoves, no pots, no seasonings. Instead, the tribe uses dry wood collected from the bush, stones, and their bare hands to spark a flame. Once the fire, grilling in true Hadzabe tribe style, a journey into survival and tradition. Deep in the wilds of northern Tanzania lives the Hadzabe tribe, one of the last true hunter-gatherer communities on Earth. For centuries, they have lived almost unchanged by time, hunting with bows and arrows, gathering wild fruits and honey, and cooking meals in ways that connect them directly to the land. Today, we join the Hadzabe in one of their oldest traditions, grilling over fire made without modern tools. There are no stoves, no pots, no seasonings. Instead, the tribe uses dry wood collected from the bush, stones, and their bare hands to spark a flame. Once the fire roars, the hunt becomes a feast. The Hadzabe men set out into the wild, tracking game with sharpened arrows and unmatched skill. Sometimes it's a baboon, a warthog, or even small antelopes, whatever nature provides. The women gather roots, berries, and honey, often with children by their side. Together, these roles form the foundation of survival. When the meat is placed on the open fire, the entire tribe gathers. Smoke rises into the sky as laughter, stories, and the sound of children playing fill the air. Every bite is shared, because for the Hadzabe, food is not individual, it is community. This is more than just cooking. Each meal is a ritual of life, proof of resilience, teamwork, and harmony with nature. The Hadzabe don't eat for taste or luxury, but for strength, connection, and respect for the land that sustains them. In this way, survival becomes a celebration. What looks to outsiders like a simple grilled meal is, for the Hadzabe, a powerful act of keeping their culture alive. To sit with them by the fire is to witness something timeless, a way of life that has lasted thousands of years, long before cities, and today it continues, strong, raw, and beautiful. A day of food with the Hadzabe tribe. The Hadzabe, also known as the Hadza, live around Lake Eyasi in northern Tanzania. They are one of the last true hunter-gatherer peoples on Earth, and their rhythm of life is guided not by clocks, but by the cycles of the sun, the movements of animals, and the ripening of fruits. For the Hadza, food time is not fixed. It is a flowing part of their existence, deeply connected to the land. Morning, the start of the hunt. As the first light of dawn breaks over the savannah, the camp begins to stir. Men prepare their bows, carefully stringing them and checking the tips of their arrows. Some arrows are tipped with poison made from the sap of the desert rose plant, strong enough to bring down an antelope. Others are left sharp but clean, meant for birds or smaller animals. The hunters set off, moving silently across the grasslands. They read footprints in the dust, listen for the alarm calls of birds, and follow the movements of the wind. At the same time, women gather with digging sticks, baskets, and children in tow. They head to places where they know tubers grow beneath the soil. With practiced skill, they dig up roots rich in starch and water, important food in the dry season. Children learn by watching, digging with small sticks, and tasting berries or honey when offered. Food gathering is education, survival, and play all at once. Midday, food appears. Food is shared by midday. The sun is high, and the groups begin to return to camp. If the hunters are successful, they may bring back a gazelle, a warthog, or sometimes smaller animals like birds or hyrax. The women bring back tubers, berries, or baobab fruits, huge pods filled with chalky, vitamin-rich pulp. There is no fixed lunchtime. Instead, as food arrives, a fire is lit. Meat is roasted over open flames, tubers are cooked in hot ashes, and baobab fruit is cracked open so the pulp can be eaten fresh or mixed with water to make a tangy drink. Honey hunters, often young men who climb dangerous heights with only smoke to calm the bees, sometimes return with combs dripping with wild honey, considered a delicacy. Sharing is essential. The hunter does not keep his kill to himself. It is divided among the camp. Everyone eats together, ensuring no one is left hungry. For the Hadzabe, food is not individual, it belongs to the group. Afternoon, rest and more, gathering. After eating, many people rest under the shade of trees. The heat of the day slows movement, but small groups may go out again to gather more. Children snack freely on berries found nearby. There is no strict schedule. If one is hungry, one can eat as food is available. Sometimes men go on long hunts that stretch into late afternoon. They may track larger game for hours, carrying only water and their bows. Success is never guaranteed. On unlucky days, the group may return empty-handed, but tubers and fruits keep everyone nourished. Evening, the fire and the feast. As the sun sinks low, the Hadzabe gather once more around the fire. This is when the camp feels most alive. Meat is roasted and laughter and chatter fill the air. Children play while elders tell stories, legends about the first people, about the animals, about lessons learned from ancestors. Food time here is not just about eating, it is about connection. The act of sharing meat or passing around honey binds the group together. Songs and dances sometimes follow, with rhythmic clapping and chanting under the starlit sky. Seasons of food. The Hadzabe diet shifts with the year. Rainy season, wild berries are abundant, and honey is easier to find. Dry season, tubers become essential, and hunting provides most protein. Year-round, baobab fruit offers calcium, vitamin C, and energy. Unlike farmers or herders, the Hadzabe do not store food. They eat what they find. If a day passes with little success, they simply try again the next. Their bodies and culture are adapted to this rhythm of feast and scarcity. The meaning of food, time for the Hadzabe. Food time is not measured in hours, but in opportunities. It is guided by the land, the season, and the strength of the community. Each meal is a small celebration of survival, of nature's generosity, and of human connection. While much of the modern world eats by the clock, breakfast at 8, lunch at 12, dinner at 7, the Hadzabe eat when food is present. To them, food time is freedom, the freedom to live directly from the land, to trust in the balance of nature, and to share life together under the wide African sky. Step deep into the heart of the wild and witness an incredible cultural moment. The Hadzabe tribe tries a protein shake for the very first time. This isn't just a taste test, it's a meeting of worlds, a moment where ancient traditions collide with modern life. From the very first sip, the Hadzabe people display genuine curiosity, surprise, and laughter, giving us a glimpse into their unfiltered, authentic reactions to something completely foreign in their everyday lives. Every expression tells a story. From cautious tasting to moments of sheer delight, their faces reflect the pure, universal human experience of trying something new. Watch as their initial confusion slowly turns into joy, laughter, and even playful experimentation. This video captures a rare blend of humor, cultural insight, and human connection, showing how even a simple protein shake can become a bridge between worlds. The Hadzabe tribe is one of the last remaining hunter-gatherer communities living in harmony with nature and preserving ways of life that have existed for thousands of years. Seeing them interact with a modern manufactured drink provides a unique perspective on culture,
The forest
curiosity,
awakens
and
with sound,
adaptation.
birds
Their
calling,
reaction
leaves whispering in the wind. A small group of Hadzabe men and women walk gracefully through the lush green, their eyes scanning the trees for treasures. In their hands, baskets slowly fill with vibrant fruits glowing under the dappled sunlight. Imagine a taste untouched by time, ingredients plucked straight from nature's pantry, guided by knowledge passed down for thousands of years. The Hadzabe, one of the last true hunter-gatherer tribes on Earth, live in harmony with the land in ways most of us can only imagine. Every fruit they pick, every hive they climb, tells the story of survival and tradition woven into their daily lives. To witness their food culture is to glimpse a way of life that has nearly disappeared from the modern world. Now, step closer. The camera lingers on glistening wild honey dripping from combs, crimson forest berries shining like jewels, and roots freshly pulled from the earth. These are not ordinary ingredients, they are gifts of the wild, carefully gathered and celebrated. What follows is a culinary ritual rarely seen by outsiders, a Hadzabe recipe blending forest fruits with raw honey, simple yet profound, ancient yet alive. This is not just food, it is memory, connection, and survival preserved in taste. Prepare to witness an intimate moment with the Hadzabe tribe, a feast that carries the flavor of history itself, wide-shot, lush African forest. Sunlight cuts through the canopy. The Hadzabe walk barefoot, their movements calm but purposeful. Opening the unseen world. Imagine a taste untouched by time. Ingredients plucked straight from nature's pantry. Contextualization. Close-up, hands reaching for bright berries, children carrying woven baskets. The Hadzabe are one of the last true hunter-gatherer tribes on Earth. Their way of life, nearly unchanged for thousands of years, offers us a rare glimpse into humanity's ancient bond with nature. Building anticipation. Camera pans across a beehive in the crook of a tree. Honey drips like liquid gold. A Hadza climbs swiftly, retrieving the hive with ease. Here, food is more than survival, it is tradition. Every hunt, every harvest, every drop of honey connects them to ancestors who walked this same land. Ingredients teaser. Slow-motion shots, wild honey glistening, crimson berries tumbling into a basket, roots brushed clean against stone. Glistening wild honey, exotic berries, and fruits of the forest, simple, pure, untouched. Together, they form the foundation of a recipe as rare as the tribe who keeps it alive. The dish reveal. The Hadza gather, mixing honey with fruits. Children laugh, elders taste, sharing is central. This is not a recipe you'll find in cookbooks or kitchens. This is living heritage, a culinary tradition passed from generation to generation, kept alive through the rhythms of the forest. 2:10, Closing Reflection. Final.
The Hadza tribe of Tanzania, living along the rugged edges of Lake Eyasi and the Great Rift Valley, are among the last true hunter-gatherer peoples on Earth. Their way of life has endured for tens of thousands of years, and with it, a treasury of knowledge that is as rare as it is profound. Among the many strands of their cultural wisdom, traditional medicine stands out as one of the most sacred, practical, and deeply respected. It is not written in books or carved into stone, but carried in memory, whispered through stories, and practiced with careful observation of the land. For the Hadza, medicine is not a separate discipline, it is life itself. Every step through the forest, every hunt across the savannah is also a lesson in healing. The plants they gather, the honey they harvest, the roots they unearth, and the animals they track are all bound to their understanding of health and survival. Illness, injury, or weakness is never seen as random misfortune. It is part of the ongoing dialogue between people and the natural world, a reminder to respect the balance that sustains them, nature as the first healer. The Hadza know the land with an intimacy most of us can scarcely imagine. A child growing up in the tribe quickly learns to recognize the shapes of leaves, the bitterness of certain roots, the sweet scent of medicinal flowers, and the sharp warning of toxic plants. By adolescence, they can identify dozens of species not just by name but by their specific powers. The baobab tree, immense and ancient, towers as a symbol of nourishment and healing. Its fruit pulp, rich in vitamin C, strengthens the body against weakness and disease. Its leaves, crushed and applied as poultices, are said to draw out infection from wounds. The fibrous bark, when prepared correctly, can soothe fevers. Wild tubers, buried treasures beneath the dry earth, are more than food. They carry cooling properties, used to restore hydration and balance during illness or exhaustion. Elders tell children that the earth hides medicine underfoot, teaching them that digging carefully is an act of trust between the people and the land. Honey, prized above almost all else, is medicine, food, and spiritual nourishment. The Hadza brave stings and climb perilous trees to reach wild hives, guided at times by the remarkable greater honey guide bird, which leads them to hidden nests. Honey is applied to wounds to prevent infection, consumed to soothe sore throats, and mixed with herbs to fortify the sick. To the Hadza, honey is life-giving
Hadzabe music,
sweetness,
the
a
ancient
gift meant to
soundtrack of
heal both
survival,
body
spirit, and community. The Hadzabe people of northern Tanzania are one of the last remaining hunter-gatherer tribes in the world. Living near Lake Eyasi, they maintain a way of life that has remained largely unchanged for thousands of years. Central to their cultural identity and community life is music, a powerful, expressive tradition that brings the tribe together and connects them with nature, their ancestors, and each other. The role of music in Hadzabe life. For the Hadzabe, music is not a separate art form, it's woven into daily life. Unlike modern societies where music may be confined to concerts, recordings, or entertainment venues, Hadzabe music is functional, spiritual, and communal. It is not performed in the conventional sense, it is experienced and lived,
Cooked, gathered, and listened to the world before the world became so noisy. History, for a long time, was told from the top down. Kings, generals, conquerors. Maps redrawn. Empires made and unmade. Battles with dates. Treaties with clauses. Crowns and swords. But that's not the only way time passed. People are hungry now for something else. A history that lives lower to the ground. Closer to the soil. Not the story